What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report. It is Sunday, the 26th of March, 2023. Forgive me if I'm a little more quiet in this report. I am very sick. This started out Wednesday, I think. I was working at a T-Mobile, doing some outlet work under a table, and who knows who touches those tables. But I noticed Thursday morning, when I was driving to the job, I started getting a tickle in the back of my throat. You know what that means. I had some extra time, so I stopped and got a drink. A couple hours later, I'm wiring up a panel, and I start to notice that little thing in my ear. You know, like when you get water in your ear, or when like stuff is draining. So I'm like, oh yeah, by Thursday night, I got the running nose, I got the headache, I got the chills. I woke up Friday afternoon with the worst headache ever. I don't know if I got the COVID again, or if it's just a cold or what it is, but it's late on Saturday night here, early Sunday morning. I'm so far behind. The report's going to be late, but I'm going to try to get it out anyway. Bear with me if I'm a little out of it, though. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. That's where you can find all the information I'm going to give you. American College of Physicians warns urgent threat posed by highly contagious fungus that has a kill rate of 60% growing across the U.S. This is all I found this week. I guess the COVID and all this stuff is at a lull right now. Boom, Senator Rand Paul catches Moderna CEO lying at the Senate committee about myocarditis in young vaxxed males. I'll put a link to this. That's got to be a conspiracy theory, right? Well, this is a 10-year-old Canadian hockey player from Ontario died suddenly, March 11, 2023. Nobody knows why. I put a link to that. A meteorologist faints live on TV, but she has a previous heart condition. They want you to know.
Really is the calm
Let's see here.
Before the
I think they think she's just playing around, and
No.
she goes down, and we got to go to a commercial break. Of course, it's not the first time we've seen this before. Somebody's put together a whole montage of stuff here. This has been seen all over the world in every country. I'll put a link to this. This goes on for a minute or so. Just newscasters passing out. How about a triple jabbed Australian surgeon stroking out mid-surgery? Completely baffling. Nobody knows why. I'll put a link to this. Got some other stuff here. I'm being notified by passengers of Southwest flights departing from Los Angeles that the captain has become incapacitated. We got incapacitated pilots. I got a second link on this. 2 more emergency landings reported in the last 24 hours. Keep in mind, this came out on March 17. But we're just seeing these, you continue to see these people up in the air that are mysteriously falling out on the job. I got some Trump news. Trump warns of potential death and destruction if he wasn't arrested. Oh, what a letdown it was this week, right? I'll put a link to this. Meanwhile, Republican presidential candidate calls New Yorkers to beat Trump supporters with baseball bats. I'll put a link to that. Joe Biden news this week. He actually thanked China for what now?
That feeds exploitation and human trafficking. So today, I applaud China for stepping up. I applaud Canada.
Yeah, I love how that's
funny. You can tell what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I got one more here. He doesn't like it very much when you question him about his sons and dealings with China.
Biden's business associates sent over $1 million to 3 of your family members. Any reaction to that report?
That's a complete lie.
Any reaction to the Russian attack?
I gotta go. Whoa, what? At least I could get a nose blow in between takes. I do the report in like 6 different takes, so at least that gives me some time to clear my head. Anyway, over to financial news. How major U.S. stock indexes fared on the Friday? I didn't even pay attention. Let's see what happened. The Dow Jones rose 132 on Friday. For the week, the Dow was up 375. I guess we're saved. I don't know. All is well. And back to our brand. DA study finds 186 banks vulnerable to SVB-like collapse. That from Fox Business. We got U.S. studies how to guarantee all $18 trillion in U.S. bank deposits. Put a link to that. Yellen calls Friday FSOC. What does that stand for? Meeting after banking sector turmoil. That from Bloomberg. We got the Fed hikes the rate anyway, despite concerns over the banking crisis. Put a link to that in Yahoo News. We got already past the point of no return. J.P. Morgan says the U.S. is probably headed for a recession. Probably. Has he checked the price of Romex lately? Oh my God. Put a link to this from Microsoft Start. Cargo theft led by food and beverage is surging across the United States. Stuff being stolen all over the place. LME rocked by new nickel scandal after finding bags of stones. Okay, French opposition launched bid to remove Macon. This is all over the increased retirement age thing over there. Meanwhile, I got another link on that. Apparently, he just survives a no confidence vote. I don't know, put a link to that. OpenAI research says 80% of U.S. workers will be impacted by GBT. What's up with that? And if you're looking for some extra money, check this out. Philadelphia will pay women to get pregnant. Expected mothers will receive $1,000 a month with no strings attached amid falling fertility rates. I wonder what could be causing that. I didn't think it was possible to get that upset tonight, but shit is the middle of the night. Over to New World Order and Police State News, where I stop and ask you to please share the video. A lot of stuff going on. Utah bans under 18s from using social media unless parent consent. How are they possibly going to enforce that? I know. Give everyone their own internet unique identification number? I don't know. That from The Guardian. Here it starts, people. UK launches emergency phone alerts to warn the public of impending doom. All this catastrophe. Oh, be advised. We need to tell you there's a catastrophe going on. Anti-gun protesters interrupt Congress. Is this an insurrection? Meanwhile, Anthony Fauci's wife wants you to know what dangers they live in constantly.
I feel like you have to be aware all the time that there's a possible danger.
Poor you. Poor fucking you. I'm so sorry. He's trying to score cool points in the hood, but he's no Tupac. Manhattan DA tells tales of growing up dangerous. He's trying to push police reform, I guess what they're trying to say. Speaking of police reform, here's a clip out of the protests in Paris. Check this out. How'd you like to get hit in the head with a flashbang? Yeah, check that out. On the agenda front, Kamala Harris writes trans TikTok star, you continue to break barriers and inspire young people. Yep. This priest says drag is holy.
Drag is holy.
Uh-huh. In the church, everywhere you go. Check it out. The left openly priming us for pedophilia. Is what it is, people. UN Security Council urged to focus on LGBTQ intersex rights because that's where our priorities should be. Other news going on the immigration front. This is dangerous. Check it out. China is our enemy. Look who's crossing the border.
Yeah. Do you speak English? English? Are you from China?
Please forgive the cough drop.
Yeah.
Yes.
From China?
China.
And you're coming to America?
That one at the bottom. Apparently Fox News captures exclusive video of Chinese nationals being released publicly. Check it out. They're getting off the bus. What's going on here? Over to World War III news, and again, sorry if this isn't my best report. I wasn't even going to do this. I got up here, I just said, get up and do it. Drone attack kills U.S. contractor in northeast Syria. This prompted the U.S. to retaliate with airstrikes in Syria. Operation Blackjack hit here. You never know what's going on. Put a link to it. Russia and China developing space weapons to attack U.S. Satellites, warns Space Force chief. I don't know about that, but check this out. While everyone's distracted with the Trump impending arrest, the president of China and Russia are becoming best friends. Put a link to that. Putin says Moscow plans to place nuclear weapons near Belarus. U.S. reacts. That from Reuters. We got this one here. Take it with a grain of salt. Russians now taking out T-55 tanks out of storage, sending them to Ukraine. Got some video there. That could be anything, though. More Russian stuff on fire. Plus, car bomb may have killed Russian torture center. Put a link to that. And apparently this is the fire of the car bomb, I think. Put a link to that. We got NATO to accelerate deployment of 300,000 soldiers on the eastern border. Put a link to that in Yahoo News. We got this thing. Sea-based X-band radar. SBX-1 floating self-propelled mobile active electronically scanned array blah 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 floating away from Pearl Harbor. Put a link to that. A couple of North Korea. Apparently they fired off 4 more cruise missiles this week off the East Coast, South Korea says. And check this out. North Korea's Kim oversees simulated nuclear counterattack against U.S. and South Korea. Over to Earth changes in 2012. News now got the earthquake set up for 6 points and above for the past week. We had a 6.5 on the 22nd, 6.5 on the 21st. A couple big ones this week. I didn't see too much on volcanoes. Put a link to that. Mississippi tornadoes. Violent twisters kill at least 25 and leave 100-mile devastation. Check that out, man. Twisters in the south, be advised. Also, twisters out on the west coast. Tornado touches down, rip through roof in Montebello business. This is out in the Los Angeles area. Day after tomorrow type stuff. I think we need to issue a tornado warning. Southern California California tornadoes rip off roofs and damage buildings. 2 people hurt. That from the Weather Channel. Craziness. 3 killed, 4 missing after devastating chocolate factory. Not the chocolate factory. The chocolate factory exploded. Where is this happening? Over in Pennsylvania, West Reading, Pennsylvania, the chocolate factory. Fire ruled accidental by officials. Chemical plant down in Pasadena, Texas. Put a link to this big fire down there. Also had this. Now, I don't know where this is happening. I don't think it says here, but check this out. Apparently, somewhere there's, I guess this is some sort of an oil leak or some sort of an overpressure. Something blew up there. But watch what happens next. There's no audio. I apologize, but watch the devastation that happens. Something. It's already catastrophic, but something really bad happens, like right here, and like the daytime just opens up a portal, and it's craziness. Look at that. I don't know where that happened, but I hope those guys are okay. I'll put a link to that. New leak of radioactive water detected in nuclear plant. This is the one over in Minnesota. This is where 400,000 gallons leaked last week, I think it was. Now there's a new leak. Put a link to that, be advised. 2 skiers killed in large late winter avalanches in Colorado. By the way, I've been watching the Gwyneth Paltrow thing. Oh, he smashed into me on this ski course. Yeah, whatever. 8 dolphins dead after washing ashore on New Jersey beach. 8 dolphins dead. Rest in peace to the dolphins. Researchers have created tiny fairy-like robots that could replace dying bumblebees, superior to its natural counterparts. Yeah, no thank you. I put a link to that. And I got one at the bottom. Pluto enters Aquarius on March 23rd. I have no idea what that means. Now we're over to strange, bizarre news. Allow me to play some video for you. I got a lot of it this week. Miami Beach declares state of emergency amid spring break chaos. You got this going on down in Miami. People are jumping on cars. People are ransacking stores. There's fights all over the place. It's a state of emergency because these crazy people just don't know how to act. I'll put a link to this. Somewhere else, up in New York, we got, let's see, couple stabbed and beat man with a bat over a parking space dispute. Oh my God. Well, there was no place to park in New York when me and my cousin were there, but we weren't like stabbing people and hitting people with bats. Put a link to that. Over at the local bowling alley, you got this going on. You got, whoa, Pookie, this floor is slick. What the hell? There's madness at the bowling alley. I was waiting for somebody to get thrown into the pins. I was disappointed that didn't happen, but still, no, craziness at the local bowling alley. Put a link to that. We got a 92-year-old apparently knocked out a guy at a McDonald's somewhere. Check it out. Wow, put him down right on. Shout out to that guy. Put a link to that. Over in Portland, you got this sadness going on. You got people doing drugs, cooking up drugs right in front of little kids. This is what our country is, man. Over in Paris, check it out. Would you like some wine with your ride? These people just casually enjoying their wine while we're watching the ride. Hey, put up a chair. Yeah. At least we have some warmth out here tonight. Put a link to that. Colorado dentist killed wife after poisoning her with protein shakes. This man apparently sent the poison to his dental practice, like no, and he was doing web searches like how to kill someone and not get found out and all this shit. What a moron! Link to it. 9 men charged over extreme body modifications after footage of penis and testicle amputations was live streamed. What? Put a link to that. East High School shooting student, he was found dead. This was the kid, was this out in Colorado that shot 2 staff members or something like that out in the Denver area. Put a link to that. An assistant principal was arrested for engaging in prostitution in Dayton. I'm guessing that's Ohio. Put a link to that. This man here, 60-year-old, identifies as a 5-year-old, so that's the way he gets treated. I'll put a link to that. And check this out. Apparently men can now get pregnant.
Mr. Chairman, now.
Ms. Roderick, Maryland, can men get pregnant?
Mr. Chairman? Yes.
Okay.
I'll put a link to the exchange for all the news. Please check my favorite videos. Astronomy Live did a great video tracking the big asteroid that was coming by 2023 DZ2. He's got some cool video there. Dimcad's got a good one over there. Timcast has put one up just on the cover of the madness. Frankie McDonald put out one warning of the asteroid. Shout out to Frankie. Just all this. Check out my favorites. Oh, you got to check out this Pfizer video. Check it. It's a really cool spoof to let you know how many people have dropped dead during the. I can't talk about. I got a couple shout outs this week, and then we'll wrap this one up. Grandpa had to flex real quick. Shout out to this grandpa. He wants to prove that he still got it. Check him out. Doing his BMX thing over there. That's awesome. Shout out to him. I'll put a link to that. And shout out to the grown-ups. Apparently, this guy at the gun range, not interested in so much in shooting guns as he is taking selfies. So watch this. He picks up his phone. He's just pointing the gun all over the place, right? He just wants to look cool on the camera. And thank God somebody behind him is watching this. He points the gun at this guy. And this guy's, no, that's not how you handle guns, son. Get out of here. Throws him out. So shout out to the grown-ups. Thank God there was a grown-up there. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you'd like to report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst. You never want to see it again. And please rate it. Helps me move around. You can also support me on Patreon or directly at DonorBox. I put a lot into these reports. And this week, I'm doing this beyond my better judgment. Something told me get up and do the report. You can follow me on all my links below. My Twitter, BitChute, Gab, Rumble. All the links are at the bottom. I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to put this video out, and I'm going to try to get the links built. Hopefully I'll get the links built sometime this morning, and there may be a delay in the links if you come to the page and the links aren't there. I'm working on it. But it's probably, 3:30 in the morning, something like that. I'm going to get this out hopefully by 5 or 6, and just going to take it easy for the Sunday. I should be okay in a couple days. A couple weeks ago I had a sinus infection or something with my sinuses. And I knew that was no big deal. This is the weather changing. But this here, I'm actually sick this time. So I don't know if it's COVID or if it's a cold. And you know what? I'm not going to any hospitals. My bet is that my immune system will do its job. And within, a few days, I'll be fine. You know, I'm past the chills and all this, and I've gone through the fever stage where I was sweating, and now I'm just kind of sitting here chilling, enjoying the high from the NyQuil. Oh my God, the price of NyQuil lately. Yeah, tell me there's no recession. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's safe and secure, and everybody's health is in order. Tell me what you think about world events. I don't even know what's coming next, but you guys take care, stay safe. I love you very much. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday while I give you the news. I will see you on the next one.